Hi there, it's Coach Alexa here. I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about trail running shoes. You can get lots of different types, and this time of year with it getting increasingly muddy and slippy outside, it's useful to just have a little bit more grip and a little bit more confidence that you're not going to slip or slide when your foot hits the floor when you land. So I thought I'd talk through a little bit to start with the differences between road and trail running shoes. So these are a fairly battered pair of my old road running shoes. So you'll see that the surface of the shoe is fairly flat. It's got a few undulations and a little bit of wear on the ball of my foot there. But there's a reasonably flat and uniform kind of tread to the bottom. And if you look side on like that, there's not a huge amount of variation in the kind of height of the bottom of the shoe at all. So that's generally what a road running shoe will look like. If you're getting your first pair of trail shoes, it might be worth looking, does the manufacturer of the road running shoe that you wear also do a trail running shoe equivalent? So this is the same shoe, different colours, but the one with just a different tread pattern on the bottom. So these are made for trails, and you'll see probably about 0.5 millimetre deep these little lugs in the bottom of the shoe to give you much better grip, particularly on wet, sort of muddy off-road ground. They're also really helpful for me at the moment. I've got loads of leaves on the pavements around where I am, so they do just give you a little bit of extra confidence in those situations, or running around my local park. So that's the sort of thing to look for, the kind of depth and frequency of those little lugs. And I'll show you the next of my other pair of trail shoes, the next size up for kind of comparison purposes. And the other thing you'll notice is, despite the fact I'm out in these quite a lot in quite wet and muddy conditions, they don't actually have much mud on the bottom. I don't know whether it's something to do with the distance between the lugs on the shoe or what the soles are made of. These are Salomons. Very, very good company if they fit your feet for trail running shoes. But these lugs mean that I love the grip in these. I've very rarely had a moment where these have been sort of slippy or slidey on me. And to be honest with you, that's only ever happened on wet chalk, and I'm yet to find any form of shoe or equipment that will keep you standing upright on slidey wet chalk. You'll notice from the side-on view that actually the lugs on these shoes are sticking out almost a centimetre, so they're really gripping into that surface. And I've noticed when I've done an out and back route, I can see my own footprints in the mud because these lugs have really kind of dug in and given me that grip as I take off. It's a little bit like winter tyres for your car, giving you that little bit more grip with a bit more of a kind of grippy, different compound of the tyre and different sort of level of tread depth and tread pattern in the tyre for extra grip. So those are a few tips of what to look out for. Depends a little bit on the sort of off-road running you're doing. If you're off into the mountains and scrambling over rocks, then that's a slightly different kettle of fish, but that's a couple of ideas for getting out on the trails this winter. I hope that's helpful.